We're just trying to hear you.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Jagannath Kirtananda Prabhu. It's really an honor to be here, and I'm very happy to be here with all the devotees as part of this auspicious beginning of the next wave of Mayapur TV and this expansion for it to go all over Bengal and in the Hindi language. And as we heard, new studios, new cameras, there's so many exciting innovations are there. And I want to begin by offering my respects to His Holiness Jaipataka Maharaj and Vishaka, Her Grace Vishaka Dasi, and Antar Dweep and the entire Mayapur crew. I saw the names put up there on the screen. I had no idea really what an elaborate operation that was there. I benefit from Mayapur TV, and when I'm in Mayapur, I'm always seeing so many activities going on with the cameramen and everything, but I didn't realize it was such a big crew. I guess we're seeing some of you there now. That's very wonderful. Thanks to all of you. You also, you look very blissful, and you also look very colorful. Jai, Hare Krishna, good to see all of you. And all the Vaishnavas and all the friends that have joined us here today. Where I am, it's morning time. I know and where Vishaka is this afternoon, and some of you maybe in the evening, so it's a pleasure to be here. You know, I was thinking when I was asked to share a few words, we often hear that ISKCON is the kitchen religion, and it's true. For us, offering boga of international varieties to the Lord is a daily part of our service in hundreds of temples and thousands, perhaps millions of homes around the world, and sharing that prashadam with people. We really are the kitchen religion. But then I was thinking in terms of what we're talking about today, in another way, we're actually the innovative religion. I think that might be a more appropriate term. We heard Vishaka say that Prabhupada said we're modern Vaishnavas. And it's true, our movement is a traditional one, but it's also a very modern one. And it is a very innovative one. If you go way back and you look at our tradition, let's say we even starting from Lord Chaitanya, very much our tradition is one of innovation. Lord Chaitanya, we know he took sannyas as a means of spreading Krishna consciousness to many, many people. And he taught this principle of yukta vairagya, of using everything in the Lord's service. And he accepted all people. He went out into the streets and accepted all people as part of his movement. And we know we move ahead to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He engaged, he had a very, very important position in the British government of India at that time. And he used that position itself to spread Krishna consciousness. He wrote books in English and he sent them around the world. When Prabhupada came to North America, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books were already there. He sent books to Canada and other places around the world. And of course, we know he envisioned a world movement. He talked about the Russians and the English and the French coming together with their Indian fellow Vaishnavas and counterparts and chanting the Lord's name. And then we look at the contributions of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We know famously he engaged all kinds of technology. We've all seen the pictures of him in the fancy car. And we know that he sent his disciples around the world and he created an institution. This was a new innovation, that he created an institution to spread Krishna consciousness. And he even introduced a Vaishnava version, reintroduced this Vaishnava concept of renunciation through sannyas. And of course, then we go to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was practically innovation personified. We could all speak for hours about Prabhupada's innovative spirit, but a couple examples come to mind. When Prabhupada first came to the West, there was an article early on in the New York Times, and they quoted this beat poet, the poet, very well-known figure among the young people, that Prabhupada was very conservative, a spiritual leader. And when they read that article to Prabhupada, Prabhupada objected. He said, "What do they mean conservative?" And then one of the disciples said, "Well, Prabhupada, the principles." And Prabhupada said, "Yeah, of course, we have to be conservative on that. But otherwise," Prabhupada said, "I'm very liberal." He said, I'm making this Krishna consciousness available to everyone. We can see, again, he crossed the ocean. He met prime ministers. He met chief ministers. He wrote a letter to the Pope. "Please, let's meet together and talk about how to spread Krishna consciousness." He met musicians. As a sannyasi, he went to this mantra rock dance. Any of you that don't know the history, you really should study Prabhupada's Leela and then the Leela Amrita and so many beautiful books now about Prabhupada. He was so innovative. He translated and directed to have his books translated in multiple languages. He engaged people of all backgrounds, men and women. He empowered them to spread Krishna consciousness all around the world. And he really embodied and taught this principle about Tri Kalagya, time, place, and circumstance. So today's innovation, today's efforts of Mayapur TV truly are of the same mood of Lord Chaitanya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada. They're the same mood. They're coming in the same parampara. They're coming as manifestations of the same innovative religion, innovative culture, which is we should use everything in the Lord's service, the Lord's service. So it's natural that MayapurTV now is coming to all of us and say, we want to expand, we need to expand, can you please help us? And we know this is the Sankirtan movement. We come together, we cooperate, and we support each other as best we can. So it's essential that we help this expansion of MayapurTV throughout Bengal, throughout the Bengali language, and throughout the world. We saw the plans, very inspiring just to see the plans and to see how nice it's been thought out. And to use technology, every technology that we can. We know technology is always changing, and we have to keep up with that technology. Why? It's not just because we use technology because it's fun. We engage technology because we know as Vaishnavas that people are suffering. We have to always remember our philosophical basis. People are suffering. This COVID-19 now in the United States, just over the last week, they're saying again, a new wave is hitting here. They kind of thought they were over it, and now a new wave, a new variant. So again, people are afraid. Get out the mask again. Stop going to public places again. So it's just another reminder that this world is not our home, that we're all actually eternally connected to Krishna. We're not these bodies. We're not Indian. We're not American. We're not British. We're not men. We're not women. We're not tall. We're not short. These are all misconceptions. We're all spirit souls. And the goal of life is not sense gratification, but it's spiritual. That's what we're here for. So we need to share this message. Lord Chaitanya told us, share this message. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, share this message. Bhaktisiddhanta, share this message. Prabhupada, share this message. And MayapurTV is doing that. And they're doing that in wonderful ways. They're doing that in glorious ways. And today we know throughout Bengal, throughout India, throughout the world, people are bombarded 24 hours a day with materialistic messages. Buy this, go here, go there, have this kind of sense gratification. If you become rich, if you become powerful, if you can become more beautiful or more handsome, buy our medicine, have this surgery, dye your hair, so many crazy things. If you can do all this, you'll be happy. But it's false. It's false propaganda. And MayapurTV is counteracting that propaganda. And we need to help them. We need to remind people, help them remind people about God, help them remind people about Lord Chaitanya's message, and to help teach the world and to help connect the world through bhakti and through the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, how they can realize themselves, their eternal connection with the Lord, and be happy. So I offer my humble prayers, and I ask everyone who's listening now live and who will be listening to the recording, and all of those of you out on social media in various corners and nooks of the world, please, all of us, pray for the success of this program, this expanded project of MayapurTV. Offer your support, whatever extent you can. Please offer some funding. Some of us have more capacity than others. According to your capacity, please support this effort. It's so important because it is an example, a manifestation of our innovative culture, our innovative religion, our innovative tradition. And it is for the pleasure of Sri Sri Radhamadhava, Sri Panchatattva, Sri Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra, Lord Nrsingadev, all the Vaishnavas and Srila Prabhupada. It's a wonderful project. So please, please, please offer whatever support you can, offer your prayers, offer some money if you can, offer your heart to MayapurTV to help them expand. They're doing wonderful service, and we're all honored to be part of this. And we're all benefited from this wonderful effort of MayapurTV and the entire staff. So thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada, Hare Krishna.